India generates over 25,000 tons of plastic waste every single day, and one of its most visible fallouts is this. From garbage strewn on central verges, open drains, roadsides, and pavements, littering has been a chronic problem in the country, its capital city being no exception. A problem that not only affects the aesthetics of any place but causes soil toxicity, affects the environment, and takes a toll on the general health of citizens.
Apna right hand aage in a pledge position, and what we're going to say right now is मैं रिपु दमन ये शपथ लेता हूँ कि आज के बाद अपना कचरा सिर्फ कूड़ेदान में डालूंगा, जहाँ भी जाऊंगा अपना झोला लेकर चलूंगा और पॉलिथीन बैग्स को ना कहूँगा, अपने देश को अपने भारत को कूड़ा मुक्त रखूंगा और दुनिया का सबसे साफ देश बनाऊंगा। जय हिंद।
Ripu Daman Beverly has been on a mission to make India litter-free. Over the last 5 years, he has been clearing non-recyclable trash from public places and has mobilized lakhs of people across the country to do the same. But this is not the usual cleanup drive. Through plogging, a universal trend today, you are expected to clean up the trail as you go about your daily dose of walking or running, ensuring fitness goals go hand in hand with compassion for your environment.
So when we started this concept, right, how do you get people involved in something which is looked down upon? Because one of the first things that we wanted to change was the mindset of the people. Now when you look at people, our first message was when you look at people like rack pickers, sanitation workers, municipal staff coming to your places and cleaning up your roads, your streets, your park, what do we call them? We call them kachre wala. Our point was they are safai wala, we are kachre wala because we litter, we trash. But how do you drive that message? So our mission statement was we wanted to make cleaning up other people's litter the coolest thing to do.
Give me 5. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Here at Indirapuram in East Delhi, a group of volunteers have come together today to plog for the first time.
So ये gloves हैं that everyone will get, right? These are all reusable gloves. इनको sanitize किया गया है. थोड़े गंदे लग सकते हैं, but बाद में अपने हाथ sanitize कर लेना. वो carry bags है ना, वो carry bags.
This is not a one-day drive. It should be sustained. Whenever we do some good thing, so there is one particular thing comes out from our body. It's called endomorphin. I think now the endomorphin is full of in my body. And I am feeling very much energetic at this point of time. So I'm feeling very good and I will definitely spread it in my society also.
Every session here ends with handing over the collected trash to the municipal agency to ensure proper recycling.
Alright, so you keep your back straight and with that weight, you go down looking forward. हाँ ये पूरा सिर्फ अब ऊपर लेकर जाओ. Now come back down. Yeah. छोड़ दिया. चलो.
One of the more prominent ambassadors of eco-fitness in the country, in 2019 alone, Ripu covered 50 cities across India, and since then has organized 400 plogging drives across 75 cities.
We will never be able to actually clean up our world till the time 1.3 billion Indians or 7.8 billion Indians stop littering. So the first and foremost thing that we want to do in this world is to get people to understand that by not littering, each one of us contributes to a healthier environment. That's one. The second thing is, after getting people involved in a cleanup, and what is that change? When you bend down to pick up somebody else's litter, you will not litter again.
Maharashtra's second most polluted city. It is here, in fact, that the concept of blogging took most of its early form in India. Vivek Gaurav has been documenting the efforts of the Pune blogging community right from its earliest days. What started out as a campaign for him to clean a local river has today ended up growing into a 2,400 member community. But it hasn't been an easy ride.
A lot of negative reactions have been come across this journey. We have been seeing people talk about the taxes they pay to the government. A lot of people have said that we are already paying a lot of money to the government. It's their job and duty to pick up the trash. It's not what we all should do. A lot of people called us kabadi walas, rag pickers, kachra wala, and all these names. I had to take up a personal challenge to convince people that we can do this, we can implement this idea in a country like India. So I took up a 30 days blogging challenge individually.
The incentive of a workout, and with it all its health benefits, is perhaps what has helped those like Ripu and Vivek mobilize crowds. Over the last decade, the fitness industry in India has grown exponentially. A CII Deloitte report pegged it at $1.1 billion in 2017. While the trend had already been moving steadily towards personalized training, post-COVID, with most gyms and studios getting hit, there seems to be a greater uptake in virtual fitness classes and outdoor workouts.
There is no!
At Pune Bloggers, the emphasis, as much as fitness and cleaning up, is on the end treatment of waste and the larger goal of making the city plastic-free.
We have been using the multi-layered plastic for making eco-bricks, which is quite difficult to recycle. There are a lot of firms which do not accept multi-layered plastic, and that's the reason we started making eco-bricks out of them. These eco-bricks are used to make stools and benches for certain orphanages in the city. A lot of trash which we collect is recyclable waste. So most of the trash which we collect is sent for recycling to private firms who have tied up with Pune Bloggers and are supporting us since day one. Other than that, we find a lot of glass bottles which are in different sizes and shapes. So we try to convert them into some handicrafts, decor items. And there is a community of women in Pune. These are rural women who have been given skill development training, and they have been doing some fine arts on those alcohol glass bottles. They decorate those bottles and sell them at reasonable prices. So this is becoming an employment opportunity for them.
We are inside Sanjay Van, which is also called the South Central Ridge. Why we are here is because I was part of this research with a colleague in 2014 where we were mapping the forests and trying to understand what is the state of the forests that we have in the city today. So Ravi basically continued this.
Back in Delhi, endorsing the importance of wellness over mere physical fitness, Kush said he belongs to the tribe of people trying to help overstretched city dwellers through the healing nature of forests. An ecologist, Kush has been curating forest walks on full moon nights with phones off and no torches to help you benefit intrinsically from the sights, sounds and smells of the wilderness.
This 7:30 time worked really well, and after work hours on a full moon night, which irrespective of weekend or weekday, people would just show up, and not to make it romanticized, which I mean often people would sort of associate the walk to be. My attempt was to use the silence and the sounds and just the feeling of being in a forest, that excitement that it gave people to sort of catch their attention and then talk of activism. And again, to not rant about the forest and the authorities and to make it fun and digestible.
तो वो blue वाला भी इतना बड़ा होगा कि वो वैसे ही रहेगा?
नहीं, वो छोटा है, वो miniature था.
Research has proved time and again how birdsong, the song of brooks and rustling trees can physically change our mental and physical systems, much like an eco-spa, especially for urban populations that have almost forgotten what silence feels like.
My biggest takeaway has been the silence, especially living in a city like Delhi. Once you're in the forest, it's quite amazing how silent it gets. You don't really, think of physical activity, learning something new about your city, understanding an issue, and all of that in this space of stillness, shadows, and just overall peace. So usually you think of a social cause and it's a movement or a campaign, but this in itself is also a way of talking about change to people, and at the same time not causing anxiety about what is happening around us, which is not always the best news.
Just walking for 3 hours in this silence in the cold air of the forest, and when they come out, they're so, some of them don't even talk. Everybody has a grin on their face.
With growing numbers of young, conscientious people, often hard-pressed for time, yet suffering from eco-anxiety and the urgency to secure the future of the planet, integrating fitness goals with the environment might just prove to be the answers we've been looking for.
स्वच्छ रहेगा देश हमारा, स्वस्थ रहेंगे हम. We are Indian, we are Indian, we are